look at page 10. But we're going to start at the bottom of page 9. Vimtamik od b'inyan. If you would delve more deeply into the subject matter. Tirek olam nivra l'shimush ha'adam. Why was existence created? To serve the person, to accommodate the person. Now, what does it mean to accommodate the person? What accommodation does a human being need? I mean, see, you have to discuss, why do you exist? Do we exist to exist, or do you exist for a purpose? There's an objective to exist. So the purpose of existence is to serve Hashem. So what does it mean, accommodating the person? If the value of the accommodation is for the objective, so you're utilizing what was created for that objective. So then it's meeting its purpose. But if the person doesn't live for the objective, and he lives in a context which is contrary to the objective, the world was not created for that. God is not interested in funding that project. Not at all. I always give an example. Many years ago, a person sets up a fund. And he's very talented. He has the ability to really be a rainmaker. So, and people give him a lot of money. So 2 years into the fund, people come, they want to know how their investment's doing. He says, the first year I had to design the office, and then after the amount of mental and involvement, I had to take a break. I had to travel around the world, eat and dine in the best hotels and this and that. And they said, so how much of the capital is left? Well, 30% is gone already. They said, something? To us, it sounds like you're working on your own project, not our project. Whatever's left, we'll cut our losses, just give back the money.
This is a very well-known aspect of investing. It's called the J curve effect. That's what it's called, the J curve.
What's the J curve? What does J stand for? Oh, I got it.
It starts like this, and then it goes up. It's the J curve.
Okay. You hope it's going to be the J.
If you're a sophisticated investor, you have to expect the J curve.
Okay. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, you're working on my project, not a problem. Funding is unlimited. You're working on your project, I cut the funding.
Now, Rabbi, you have a different understanding.
But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem knows whether it's going up or it's going out the window. That's the difference. And that's what he says. That if you utilize existence, Abnam hu omed b'shikul gadol, it's all in the balance. What's the balance? Ki'im ha'odom nimshach achar olam misrachim miboro. If a person is drawn after the physicality of the world, and as a result of that, he's distanced himself from his creator. Hine hu miskalkel mekalkel holam imo. Not only is he damaging himself, he's actually damaging the world. He's corrupting the world. V'musholet ba'atzmo v'nidbak b'boro. But if he actually takes control of himself, and he cleaves to his creator, to his maker, and he only partakes of the world to be the medium to assist him, to serve his creator, he advances himself, and he's advancing the world, because he's utilizing the world for what it was meant to be used for. Could you imagine? A person has the most beautiful, ornate piece of gold vessel, and he has a nail. He takes the vessel and he hammers the nail in with this piece of gold, soft metal. You cringe when you look at it. He's destroying it. Utilizing existence for anything that's contrary to the will of Hashem, you're destroying the world. It's not meant to function in that context. You take something that's most precious, infinitely precious, and you're destroying it. It's wasting beyond. I'll give you an example. The Gemara tells us, in Nida, quotes a pasuk, it says, why was the world destroyed at the time of the Mabul? So it says, because quotes a pasuk, they slaughtered newborn infants. So the Gemara asks, where do we find it was what's called infanticide, right? Where do we find it? He says, they wasted their seed. It should not be read vayishchu, vayischetu. Sochet means to squeeze. By wasting their seed, which you had potential life, Therefore, that's the reason why that was part of the liability, why the Mabul, why the world was destroyed. What is the value of semen that you can produce a life? Could you imagine if a pharmaceutical company would come up with something like that and create it, manufacture it artificially, not natural? You know what this is? What kind of discovery this is? Has infinite value. Well, let's say it wouldn't even come natural. You have to come out, discover how to do it. Otherwise, the world doesn't continue. And a person, they manufacture a gallon of it, which you could actually, 1,000 children could be conceived, which is the basis for the future of existence. And you go and you pour it down the drain. What did the man do? It's unconscionable what he did. They went and they wasted the seed. What the world is able to produce every moment, in terms of its value, you could produce eternity with the world. If you use the world as God prescribed it should be used, it's eternity. Person says, I'm going to the bar, I'm stuffing my face, I will eat kosher style, not kosher. So what are you doing? You're destroying everything. You're taking something that has infinite value and you're destroying it. Not only are you destroying it, you're destroying yourself. Because when you behave this way, whatever your spirituality is being undermined. And that's exactly what he's talking about over here. It's like, Rabbi, I have a right to live my life as I choose. You understand? Now, who endowed you with your life? If you believe in God, and God endowed you with your life, and you believe that there is a prescription to life, which is called the Torah, if you believe that, then your life is not your own. God gave it to you to live according to His prescription of life. Otherwise, you're doing something which is unconscionable. That's what you're doing. You're taking eternity. God says, I'm only giving it to you because of that, for no other reason. No. Yeah, you put your head in the sand, each person's level. So pull your head out of the sand and you'll see what level. You'll understand it. We're not talking about a Tinu Shenishma. Tinu Shenishma, he doesn't know any better. Person never knew. Person who initially knew and he put his head in the sand, he hasn't pulled it out yet. It's like the guy goes underwater. He doesn't come up soon enough for air. So what happens? He drowns. Okay? And that's what people do. They drown.
All right, to a certain degree, people as they get older,
Hopefully.
They don't mature in every facet. Like your kids.
To be continued.
Do you consider that a teenage initiative?
Discuss it at breakfast.
It's going to be a long breakfast for you.
See that breakfast, I'm turning it into a mitzvah breakfast. Alan, what we're speaking about now, people from our generation, they understand it. Kids who go to Ramaz, Frisch, these kinds of schools, they don't. This reality, they're not in touch with.
That's right.
And because it's not taught, therefore kids live as they do and do what they do. And there's no reason why it can't be taught. No, but I'm saying initially, why shouldn't they teach these values? Forget it. I'm not talking how to observe Shabbos necessarily. But what is the perspective of life? Why are you here? What's it all about? What? Why? As they say, everything's top down. Everything is, is the leadership. Where are they at? What is their values? What is their emphasis? Not this. So.
In the yeshivas, they stress Emunah.
Children, it's understood.
I'm
Today,
sorry, it's an understanding. It's actually like learning and stressing the concept of Emunah. Is it they just go through it and
to a certain degree. I mean, if you learn Chumash properly, Avram Avinu had Emunah.
Right.
So you understand what Emunah is. There's certain things you don't understand, but he accepted. And he accepted because Hashem said it so. Okay.